Hello everybody, thank you for joining us. Today we're going to do a quick sketch of a leprechaun. And most of you might be familiar that a leprechaun is from Irish folklore, where he is depicted as I would say a fairy-like creature, an imp, a fairy who is always comprising of three characteristics. By the way, we'll be doing a sketch whereby the leprechaun is sitting down. I think I took this inspiration from an image I saw somewhere, but of course we're going to improvise because there's no particular way a leprechaun is portrayed. Like there's like different there's like variations in how they're depicted by different, I guess, by different artists, by different media. So what we are doing is we are doing something that is a happy medium in between. So standard dwarfish, fairy-like features, and we would like to tap into leprechaun's skills with mending shoes. So hence we are drawing a leprechaun mending a shoe, and we're going to of course add their essential pot of gold. So we pretty much covered. So there's the leprechaun sitting down, and probably put a pot of gold right there. A nice large head. And we will see what we're going to do with the cap in a second. So we'll just speak shortly about, briefly about this folklore that was around, I guess, even as early as the 1900s. So we are just sketching right here first. I'm sorry. Thought it would be best to come back for a second and speak about what we are putting down here. So although I mentioned that will show a leprechaun mending shoes, but we are going to do this in our own little take. And again, some of this has been thought over, but I haven't exactly thought of everything I'm going to put down. So we'll be improvising a lot as we're going along, and I guess that is the fun of the entire exercise. So let's give him a furry coat, for instance. Okay, so that is the fur top. This should be very easy, especially in this pose. And there is his tunic. It's always green. And there's that nice large belt, and then of course the remainder of this tunic always has this, I guess, again, fur-like rim here at the end. There's some curls in the clothing, some creases, sorry. And then we'll give him a pair of slacks, but slightly tight. And we'll give him now the shoes. I've seen two depictions. I think we'll go with something in between. So there's the ever important, I think very recognizable, buckle type of flap on the shoe. But I think instead of making the shoe round like this, I'm going to do this, so as to give it a more impish, dwarfish feel. And the other leg, so let's imagine the other leg going like that. Just a portion of it can show, and that should be fine. And we'll just do that. think that will be sufficient. And then let's complete that shoe that we started putting in his hand. Because leprechauns are depicted in folklore as cobblers, like very budding cobblers. But they're mystical. Now we can briefly speak about them as we are going, putting the sketch down quickly. So they're the mystical aspect is that they always have this pot of gold that they are very obsessed over. But if they are ever captured by a human being, they are liable to grant 3 wishes in exchange for their freedom. So it's just an interesting tale that has been told, I think, in different aspects in media with like different variations. There's also a movie series that focuses on leprechauns, but that was one of the evil leprechauns. So there's the hand in the background, and we will of course do inks to finish this off. There's the beard that will probably be inked as well, and we will see how this goes again, like frame by frame. Let's give them I don't think like there should be any fur here. Oh, sorry, nice larger ears than usual would really help. I think it will just add to the craziness of it. And the hair can just be like rounded off like this. Now the cap essentially at the top, again, we'll put a buckle here. And just to mention, St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, like celebrated globally. It's a celebration of Irish culture, also recognizing one of the most famous saints in St. Patrick. But there's like really no attachment to leprechauns and St. Patrick himself. It's just I guess just like the clover, which is also not necessarily attached to either St. Patrick's or a leprechaun. Still, there's always these 3 recognizable aspects in Irish culture, and these are always reflected on St. Patrick's Day. So people also dress as leprechauns, and so I could have given him a top hat, but I think I would like to go this route, like this. And I know that this also like resembles kind of like a Santa's helper, but I have some elements there, like this shoe here, and of course the pot of gold that we will briefly just ink to show off as many gold coins as we can. And these are those aspects that are, again, reminders that there's a St. Patrick's Day or an Irish feel to the illustration. Okay, so a pot of gold in place. And now if you would like to just stay on board, we will just finish off the illustration with some quick inks.